Now, I love a good hack. Anything that can save me time or even save me money just makes my life that little bit easier dealing with, well, all of this. So in this video, I'm going to go over my top 5 favourite hacks. Now, today's video is brought to you by us and the Bournemouth Bug Show 2025. We had such an amazing year last year, we couldn't not do it again. So for 2025, we bring you double the square footage, double the traders, all at the same great low price. So join us at the BH Live Little Down Centre on Sunday the 1st of June. Tickets are available online now at bournemouthbugshow.co.uk. And grab one of the last few remaining VIP tickets before they're sold out. We look forward to seeing you there. So at number 5, smart plugs. Now, if you're anything like me, every single plug socket in your house is probably filled with some kind of heat map, basking lamp, UV light, LED light, and keeping in control of all that lot can be an utter nightmare. That's where these come in. Now, there are a whole bunch of different varieties that you can choose from, like single versions like this, through to multi-plug extension leads, all the way up to smart plug faceplates that you wire in. But they all share the same main feature of being able to control your reptile room straight from one of these. These little guys give you the freedom to control every plug from your phone, set timers, set schedules. You can even have different times for different days. They really give you a flexible option to set up exactly what you want. And they're not that expensive. They can be picked up on Amazon for 15, 20 quid. Although when you've got the amount of animals that I have, it mounts up pretty quick. At this point, my house should be sponsored by smartplugs.com or something. But regardless of that, these little guys are an absolute godsend. Coming in at number 4, dishing the dirt. Now this is an awesome little hack that comes from our friends over at Dave's Little Beasties. And that is just buying the cheapest potting compost from the local garden centre. Now this might sound ridiculous, but we spend an awful lot of money buying these branded products that tell us that it's reptile safe. Well, it's dirt. Now granted, I probably wouldn't use this on everything. Some frogs can be a little bit finicky, but at the end of the day, it's dirt. This bag of dirt here is 15 quid for 10 litres. This bag of dirt here is £2.50 for 50 litres. You do the maths. Now there are some caveats with doing this. Definitely go for the cheapest you can find. This might sound silly, but the more expensive it is, the more additives, the more preservatives, the more plant food, all sorts of other things like that. Whereas your bargain basement £2 variety's got none of that in, and it's perfectly safe for your animals and perfectly safe for your plants when you're doing a bioactive enclosure. Now, as I said, this isn't for every type of animal. Don't go popping your bearded dragon on the local supermarket's potting compost. There are far better and more suitable options for that. But for your tarantulas, your centipedes, scorpions, even geckos and other lizards are going to do absolutely perfectly on this sort of substrate. You don't need to spend a fortune. At number 3, buy in bulk. Now, we're no stranger to going out and picking a tub or 20 of these every week, but it doesn't have to be that way. Speak to your local reptile shop. 9 times out of 10, they can special order you in Hessian bags full of hundreds of these things. You can buy a bag of 1,000 crickets for not much more than a couple of tubs. I know the tubs are quick and easy and convenient, but buying in bulk can certainly save you a whole heap of cash, especially when you're feeding all of this. On a similar theme, an alternative to buying in your bugs, start yourself a roach colony. Get a tub, get some roaches, they'll breed like wildfire, and then you've got your own almost unlimited supply of food for virtually nothing. So look around, do your research, and have a chat to your local reptile shop and see what they can do for you in terms of bulk bags. In at number 2, water dishes. Now this is probably one of my favourite hacks, and definitely the most delicious of the 5. This might look like a water dish for a snake or a reptile, but those astute among you might recognise this from your local refrigerated aisle. Yep, that's right, this is one of the goo pots, GU pots? We'll call them goo pots. This is a goo pot. You can find them in most refrigerated aisles and most supermarkets. They're around £2.50, and for £2.50 you get 2 delicious desserts. Wash the tubs out, you've now got water dishes. What better hack than that? Now I'm sure you're thinking, oh, it's not appropriate for a reptile or a snake, what if it injures itself? These are incredibly thick glass, they have no sharp edges, everything's really, really rounded. Give them a wash out once you've finished eating, they are the perfect water dish, and the most delicious water dish. So at number 1, light bulbs. Now this is getting slightly harder to recommend than it used to be. Unfortunately, the EU banned the sale of most of the halogens and non-LED lights apart from for certain circumstances, like keeping reptiles. However, if you're savvy enough and you have an eBay account, you can find these. This is a 70 watt halogen bulb. It is a standard light bulb, it's a standard fit, and it's about the equivalent of a 100 watt reptile bulb. The difference being, I buy these 100 at a time for 40 quid. That's 40p a light bulb. Now, no, they don't have your favourite reptile brand on the box. They're the exact same thing. They give out heat, they last just as long, and at 40p a light bulb versus, what, £4.99, £5.99 for your favourite branded bulb, these things are a no-brainer. They are going to get harder to find as supplies dwindle, so stock up and these will do you for the next God knows how many years, and you'll save an absolute packet while you're doing it. And there we have it, my 5 favourite reptile and invert keeping hacks. Are you going to try any of them? Or maybe you've got your own hacks that you want to tell us about. Drop it down in the comments below. But for now though, that's going to wrap up another video. We will see you real soon. Hello kitty cat. We did. Ah, you're a future movie star.